host, Dr. Amanda, and you're in the right place if you're a coach, expert, or business owner who's ready to learn law of attraction strategies to align your energy, mindset, and habits to manifest rapid business growth. I know that's what we all want, rapid business growth, and we want to know how to do it by getting aligned in our state of being, how we think, how we feel, and what we do in our businesses. And today I'm going to break down 3 manifestation habits that lead entrepreneurs to rapid business growth. If you think about this, what is rapid business growth? I think of it as you wake up in the morning to incoming offers, money in the bank, clients reaching out to you to say, hey, I'm ready to work with you. You are scaling at a pace that feels aligned, you're feeling successful, and you end each day just feeling this vibe of, oh yeah, yes, I'm in my zone of manifestation. I love what I'm doing. I'm feeling good. I get to do what I love every day to make easier and easier money, and it's scalable, right? This would be counter to you waking up in the morning and feeling like, oh crap, I feel stressed and scared. I'm not sure where the next money's coming from. I don't know how to attract clients, and I feel really stuck and freaked out. So wherever you are on that spectrum, you're in the right place hanging out with me because I love to teach you how to manifest from a really, I'd say, scientific perspective, because I love to dive into the habits behind manifestation, or the habits of manifestation. And I think most people don't think about manifesting as a habit. Have you ever thought about manifesting as a habit? Or do you think of it more as sitting on the couch in this woo-woo way and wishing and hoping something will come your way and then wondering why it doesn't? And you go, oh, the law of attraction doesn't work, or manifesting doesn't work. That's not how I want you to think of it. I want you to understand that manifesting is actually a conditioned subconscious habit. Okay, so let's break this down, the way that manifesting actually works. If you think about this, my definition of habits is that it's a repeated pattern of feelings, thoughts, decisions, and actions that over time become automatic. Okay, let me repeat that so you really integrate this. Habits are a repeated pattern of feelings, thoughts, decisions, and actions that over time become automatic. Now, what this means is that when they become automatic, they're stored in your subconscious mind. And so your subconscious mind is a storehouse for all of your habits, and your habits and your subconscious mind then are what attract to you your reality through the law of attraction. Because the law of attraction responds to your energetic frequency that's going to be based upon how you feel, what you believe to be true, what you're thinking about. That's going to cause you to make certain decisions and take certain actions that then lead to the results that you're getting. So if you aren't getting rapid business growth, if that's not what you're experiencing, then you've got to change what's within and your habits, because then you can reprogram your subconscious mind, which will then attract easier success your way. So I want you to think about that you are either programmed right now for success, and that would look like manifesting easily. Manifestation is really just goal achievement. So if you were programmed for success, you would be achieving your goals easily. And I'm sure that as an entrepreneur, one of your goals is to build a successful business that keeps scaling and rapidly growing with ease and joy and flow and fun instead of stress and burnout and fear and frustration. Okay. So if you aren't getting that, it means that you're programmed for struggle. And if you're programmed for struggle, look to your habits. Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Right? Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. So it's repetition over time. It's what you do on a daily basis. It's what you think and feel and believe on a daily basis. And I know that if you're hanging out here with me on the Inner Power Entrepreneur podcast, you care about getting aligned. You care about inner power. You're at least curious about it, and you're wondering what it means because you have a desire to feel good in what you do every day. And that is my goal to teach you, because then everything feels amazing. When you experience rapid business growth from a place of inner power, everything feels aligned and flowing. And you've all heard, that term of being in flow. And when you're in flow, you experience rapid business growth as an entrepreneur, because what it means is that you have aligned habits and you're programming yourself for success versus having misaligned habits that are causing resistance. And resistance is the number one thing the number one reason that you don't instantaneously manifest. Okay. So let's break down the 3 habits to focus on when you're desiring rapid business growth. And I'm going to say the 3, and then I'm going to dive into each of them. So the first habit is gain clarity. The second habit is to take the simplest next action. And the third habit is confidently surrender and allow. And I'm going to give you some action steps. So it's not just an idea. I want you to actually take action on these habits today so that you can start programming yourself for success. So habit number 1, gain clarity. Clarity is key because you can't manifest from an unclear mind. If you are unclear about your direction to go, then you can't take actions to accomplish whatever it is that you're thinking about. Remember, scattered energy leads to scattered results. And so you must narrow your focus and get really clear. And I want an example of this to be for you. Imagine that you have too many products, programs, or services out in the world, and you don't really have clarity on your avatar or, your 5-star rock star person who you love to work with. You feel uncertain about how much to charge. You feel frustrated. And so you're creating this vibrational frequency of uncertainty. And uncertainty is really the opposite of confidence, because when you're confident, you're clear. And even if you don't know all the answers, you trust that you can figure it out. When you're uncertain, you doubt yourself. You have shiny object syndrome. You procrastinate. You hesitate. You struggle with perfectionism because you think, if I don't do it perfectly, people are going to judge me and it's not going to be good enough. And then no one's going to buy anything. And so it causes you not even to promote yourself. So when you don't have clarity, it's really hard to sell. You don't know how to promote what you have. And sometimes you're promoting way too many things. And it's like you have this hope like, oh, if I promote everything, something will pop and then that'll be the thing I run with. But the problem with that is that you're creating scattered energy. You don't have clarity. And so your scattered energy leads to scattered results, which is never going to lead to rapid business growth. So you got to narrow your focus. And narrowing your focus is simply done by asking questions and then taking smaller actions. So when you narrow your focus, you become like a laser. And when you have laser focus, you manifest quickly because you're sending a really clear energy and very directed feelings and thoughts, and you can make easier decisions and take simpler actions. And then that builds momentum to attract people your way, to attract money your way, to attract confidence your way, really. And so let's play with this question for your action step question to gain clarity. I want you to ask yourself, what's the most enjoyable, fastest path to cash? And what I mean by this is, let's say you've been in business for a while and you've worked with a variety of people and you've done probably a variety of offerings, because most people offer a lot instead of narrowing down to the one thing until they break through to 6 figures and beyond. And so let's say in this question, what's the most enjoyable, fastest path to cash? And you've been working for a while. You want to look back over your time in business and you want to think, who have I worked with that I really enjoy working with? And what was the most amount of money that I made doing what? And clarify that for yourself, because that's going to give you a key to your gold mine. Right? If you can hyper focus on that one thing and amplify that, then you have a fast, easy path to cash. What most people do is that they just put way too much out there. This is, if you've listened to my Zone of Manifestation Roadmap episode, go back to season 4, episode 7, you'll hear exactly what I'm talking about. I'm about to create another masterclass for this. And don't worry, if you keep listening to upcoming episodes, you'll get a link to it and you can watch another masterclass and get a downloadable roadmap for this. But I want you to think about zone number 2, where you get stuck in over delivering and undercharging, or overworking and getting underpaid. It's because you don't have an enjoyable fast path to cash and you have scattered brand identity and you're not clear. Okay. Scattered brand identity is a lack of clarity. Not knowing your avatar, lack of clarity. Not knowing how much to charge, lack of clarity. Not knowing which product, program, or service to promote and have that be your number one promotion so that you can gain momentum. That's a lack of clarity. So again, habit number one is to gain clarity and just start by this simple question: what's the most enjoyable, fastest path to cash? And you're going to do this by looking at your history in your business and thinking, what was the most enjoyable money I made? What was the largest amount of money I made? Who did I enjoy working with the most? And then replicate that and create a signature product, program, or service around that, and start creating all your content around that. Start doing your direct marketing outreach around that. And I don't recommend that you do ads until you have a system down, because you're just going to be wasting money, especially if you don't have clarity. Because if you don't have clarity and you put ads out in the world, you're literally just scattering more energy and you're wasting your money because you don't know how to attract someone through a system, and you need a system. A system is clarity. You can't even create a system if you don't have clarity. So you see how all these things go together. If you don't have clarity on how to scale your business, and even this could be clarity on delegation. If you don't know who to delegate to or how to delegate to grow your team to scale, you have a lack of clarity. So gain clarity is habit number one. When you're clear, you become laser focused, and that's going to attract easy money your way, easy clients your way, easy sales your way. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more alive, more aligned, and then you become magnetic to money and opportunities. Okay, so that's habit number one, gain clarity. Let's talk about habit number two. Take the simplest next action. Okay, and the question you're going to ask yourself here is, what's the next easiest step I can take right now? And then take it immediately. And I want you to really focus on the words next easiest step. Okay, because the simplest action is the only thing you can do. Most people, when they get freaked out about how their business isn't rapidly growing and they're going, oh my God, I've plateaued, or I'm just not making enough, or I wish I was making more, they think about all the millions of things that you've been told you could do to make money, and they think they got to implement all of it. So if you're struggling with this, you want to gain clarity, narrow your focus, and then take one step, okay? When we get freaked out about, I would say, fear that we're not going to make it or not make the amount we want to make, or we're not going to have the impact we want to have, or we're not really sure how to scale because we don't have clarity on a system, we just tend to it's like, imagine you had a giant plate and you filled it with everything, like you're walking through the potluck line, you fill it with everything. So you're like, ooh, I'm going to try a course. I'm going to try a webinar. I'm going to try like every single thing possible to start attracting people. And usually it's attracting people to 5 different programs or nothing and hoping something will just magically create itself. So you got to have clarity, right? So instead of putting everything on that plate, like an online course, and like I've seen people with this, and I've made this mistake in the past sometimes too. So you're not alone. And I work with people all the time that do this. So don't beat yourself up if this is you. I'm helping you raise clarity right now by understanding like, oh, that might be my stuck point, and this is a habit that I can shift. So like, you have an online course, you have a group coaching program, you have a mastermind, you have one-on-one coaching, you have a product, you have, and that's for a coaching business, obviously. Let's say it's a different business. You don't know your avatar. And so you put every avatar on your plate and you just think, well, I'll work with everyone and I'll serve everyone. And it's a FOMO thing. You think if you narrow down, you're going to lose people. Instead, you're actually causing it to take longer to scale your business because you don't have clarity, you don't have narrow focus, and you can't build momentum in any one direction. So you tend to want to take 75 next steps, and you tend to think you need to take giant leap steps instead of taking the simplest next action. Okay. And that's why I want you to ask yourself, what's the next easiest step I can take right now? And then take it. And this next easiest step might look like, I got to meditate for a little bit and write in my journal and gain clarity. That might be the first next step you can take. The next step you could take might be, I need to write down a list of every single thing I did last week, and I need to assess what's important and what could be dropped, automated, and delegated. The next action step you might take could be, okay, I'm going to set a timer for Parkinson's law and use my, this philosophy of work expands to fill the time allotted. And I'm going to notice that I spend too much time on social media posts that aren't getting traction and nobody's actually reaching out to me. So, okay, I realize that I'm going to post some because I enjoy doing it or I want to connect with my people, but I'm going to only do it in 20 minutes and I'm going to then move on to the next best thing that will lead to money. So this is another clarity question that's really important. Is this the best use of my time? Is this the best use of my time? That's going to help you know what next simplest action step to take. If you're doing stuff that's nonsense and it's not delivering results and it's not bringing you business and it's not growing your impact, it's not growing your income, then it's not the next best step to take. It's not the best use of your time. And you really want to become a time master. That's another habit, and it's a manifestation habit. When you become a time master, you manifest more easily. And what I mean by becoming a time master is that you master yourself and your habits, right? You use your time efficiently and effectively to attract and to scale rapidly because you're so aligned and you're not wasting time. You're learning to live in your zone of genius and drop, automate, and delegate the things away that you don't enjoy doing. And so the next simplest action could be, like I said, go back to writing that list of everything you do and then assessing, is this the best use of my time? Ask that about every single activity you're doing. And if it's things that you think, okay, I do need to do this for long-term growth of my business, but I am spending too much time on it, limit the time. That's clarity. You want to get clear about the actions you're taking and make sure that they're magnetic and getting results. Okay, so just the simplest question, what's the next easiest step I can take right now, and then take it. Okay, habit number 3, confidently surrender and allow. This is a big one. We could talk a lot about this one. So let's see. What I want you to do for your action step here is ask yourself, how can I let go of fear and confidently attract from the power of presence? Okay. And the reason that I say that specifically is because manifestation happens in the present moment. And if you are present, you can manifest magnetically from a state of consciousness more easily. If you are in a state of fear, you are future focused on bad things that haven't happened. You've probably heard me say before that my acronym for fear is the future expectation of awful results. The future expectation of awful results. So think about where you're focused when you're focused on fear, consciously or unconsciously. You'll know you're focused on fear unconsciously if you feel scared. If you notice that you keep having repetitive thoughts that are like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm not sure if I'm enough. I don't know if people are going to like what I put out there. I don't know if I can scale. Those are fear-based thoughts that you're projecting into the future, and you're actually magnetically attracting to you through the law of attraction things to be afraid of, which is going to lead to slow business growth. It's going to keep creating a cycle of fear for you. And so you want to get present in the moment. And presence practices are things like breathing and letting go, right? So just taking deep breaths. I like to do 3 deep breaths and I just breathe in. And as I breathe in golden light into every cell of my being. I feel my body. And then on the out breath, I say, let go, let go, let go, let go. And I'd like to do that 3 times. I do a meditation every day in my morning routine for Entrepreneurs program, and we practice that because presence is where you manifest from. You can only manifest from the present moment. Even when you're focused on future fear, you're manifesting future fear in the present moment. So you want to get present. Presence creates more confidence because you have a more balanced mind and you're able to take strategic action. When you're taking action out of a place of fear and doubt and uncertainty, go back to habit number 1, already you don't have clarity, and clarity causes slower manifestation. And you also are creating a future of fear, and you're creating scattered energy because, again, remember, when you're uncertain and you feel fear, you're going to procrastinate, you're going to hesitate, you're going to have shiny object syndrome, you're going to have all the problems that get created, imposter syndrome, when you are a doubting entrepreneur. When you have confidence, you're present, you are strategic, you are aligned, you are magnetic to the things that you want, like rapid business growth and easier money and really awesome clients and customers to work with. And so you want to surrender and allow. And when I say confidently surrender and allow, you're in a state of confidence and you're surrendering, trusting that the universe is going to bring you opportunities because you are aligned with your inner power. Okay. And when you're in your state of inner power that's present and aligned, you will automatically start to attract success. Now, I don't want you to think, oh, Dr. Amanda, this isn't working for me. I've been doing it for 3 days and it's not working. It takes a little bit of time because remember, your habits are stored in your subconscious and they are repeated over time. So you have spent the last 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years creating your habits. So it's not going to overnight be a change because you've got to build momentum in a different direction and reprogram your subconscious mind through new habits. So this is going to take a little bit of practice and it's going to take focused attention and consciousness. So your manifestation mastery, your rapid business growth mastery is a choice and a habit. Okay. That's why I love for you to hang out with me because I teach how to repetitively reprogram yourself and get new results, right? I want you to be feeling aligned every day in your inner power and reprogramming your subconscious mind for success so that then you feel like you have a magic wand to create whatever you want. And really the magic wand is you becoming a manifestation master and really a habits master, right? So the Affirm mantra I want you to use for confidently surrendering and allowing is, I am open to increasing my confidence. You could just even say that. I'm open to increasing my confidence. I am open to increasing my confidence. I am ready to increase my confidence. I'm willing to increase my confidence. I am getting better at increasing my confidence. Those are all starter statements I use in the ways that I teach Affirm mantras. And then in addition, I am open to increasing my confidence and allowing my business to rapidly grow, right? I allow my business to rapidly grow. I am open to allowing my business to rapidly grow. I am ready and willing to allow my business to rapidly grow, right? So this is you training your brain to focus on what you want and what you prefer and what you're committed to creating instead of focusing on the problem and the fear. When you're not confident, you're focusing on all the parts of uncertainty, fear, and doubt. So FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Those three things cause scattered energy. You don't have clarity, you can't take actions, and then you don't get rapid business growth. Woo, such good ones. So let me recap. Habit number 1, gain clarity. Habit number 2, take the simplest next action. Habit number 3, confidently surrender and allow. These are good ones. And if you have not yet entered into my morning routine for entrepreneurs, you're going to want to, if you like today's lesson and you like this podcast, you're going to get a ton out of it. Free trial for 7 days. So just go to morningroutineforentrepreneurs.com. This is a habits mastery program. Really, it's a system of success based on the law of attraction that's going to help you reprogram your habits for rapid business growth. So it's really what the morning routine for entrepreneurs is all about. I love to see you there. Thanks for being with me here again for another week of the Inner Power Entrepreneur podcast episode. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, I'm sending you hugs and inner power high fives.